today we're just going to run it through the garden with a few film memes. Let's just start it off, let's get into this. If this is his vibe, run. You know what? I'd probably have to say that's my vibe. They're all pretty good movies. Oh, hang on. Irreversible. Yeah. I wouldn't say that that's my vibe. There's one scene in particular I wasn't really a fan of, and another scene with a fire extinguisher. But I do like the aesthetic that the director was going for, just not my kind of film. I wasn't really a big fan of that film. When the DJ sees when the lights come on in the club. Depending what time, I guess. If it's a 4 AM job, then yeah, probably. Wow. Okay. You know, people want to go back to the 90s, you know. The 90s trend is coming back. I don't know about trend, but it was a good time. Good time with music and movies. It was kind of a peak for movies and music, I think. How you doing? Isn't that how he used to say it? From Friends, Matt LeBlanc. Who does these things? I don't really get it, but the film, that film's crazy. Goes all out. It's a pretty savage science fiction film. Hey, bring me a burger and fries, that's an order. Yeah, that's a pretty good scene. I like that scene. It's pivotal as well because you get to, you know, what kind of a power that this Vader character has. It's on full display at this point. Teletubbies, oh god. That show messes with your head. I was watching it with Johnny, Johnny was watching it obviously, but they repeat scenes. Like, I was watching it and one scene played out with the kids and then it came back to Teletubbies and then that same scene repeated and I thought I was going nuts. I thought I was watching, I've not already seen this scene. Because you just zone out with kids shows as it is. And then this one sends you, you know, spiraling that show. I can't watch that one. Can't do it. Postman Pat, at least I can handle Postman Pat to some degree, but Teletubbies, no. Can't do it. Yeah. Apparently with Monty Python they couldn't afford horses for the production, plus getting the actors to ride the horse as well, had to train them. Too costly, so that's why they did the clapping, which was a joke in itself, because it was just super weird, which is Monty Python. The Twilight ending we really needed. You know what, I didn't get to the end of Twilight. I tapped out at the baseball scene. When they all started playing baseball, I don't know, that scene just dragged on. I didn't know what the point of it was. So I tapped out at that point. I was like, no, not for me. That's true. You didn't know what his thought pattern was. You know, if he was going to save the kids or what was happening with where the kids were going. And it is never really explained where the kids end up going. Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, well, of course, I know from Rocky Horror Picture Show, doesn't everyone? Home Alone 2. I mean, he's done other things, but I can't think of other iconic roles. I'm not a fan either. He just plays the same character in every single movie. and he just phones it in every single time. Just cannot stand films that he's in. He could be playing a cameo part and I'd just be like, nah, I'm not watching it. But that's true. It's like we're talking about with Tim Curry. I recognise Tim Curry from Rocky Horror. Of course you're going to recognise Sean Astin either from The Goonies, if you're the older generation, or Lord of the Rings. This one I can relate to. Becky does this all the time. Try and show her like some Fellini or Bergman. Ends up on her phone, you know, and I'm just like, I look over, so. This is true. You know, Lost in Translation. What was some of the other ones she's done? Is it Blue Jasmine? Anyway, yeah, just the same. No, that was Woody Allen. No, I can't stand Woody Allen. Overrated. For me, I just think he just copies people's work. Like, I mean, Tarantino copies, but he stylises it and he makes it his own. And he puts a unique spin on it, whereas Woody Allen just takes other people's work, but doesn't really do anything new with it. You know, and let's not forget about his personal life too, which is quite interesting and a little bit taboo, but we can get into that in another video. We'll move on. The Office is a good show. I did like the British version, the UK version as well. That was hilarious. But the American version is good to just chuck on. You can put on at any point. I was talking about that in my previous video. Good TV show to put on. You know, this is what it's like. Sometimes I'll put a lot of effort into a video and it doesn't really have much performance. And then some other films I just put together in 2 seconds and yeah, they do really well. But that's YouTube for you, it's the internet. Yeah, see, this is what I won't do anymore. If, you know, as we're talking about Irreversible, I'm not going to watch that film again. There's no reason for me to watch that. You know, don't want to sit through it again. It's not pleasant. So I don't have this kind of attitude anymore. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already. So until next time, the story's closed.